Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Chirag Thakkar. He's director Amrapali Group. Chirag, hi, good to have you. And what a start to this week yet again when we are looking at all-time highs in silver prices in the Indian market. I remember from the beginning of this year, we've been talking about a possibility of a lakh rupees per kilo in case of silver. That looks very, very close now. Chirag, you're on mute.
I'm sorry. So yeah, hi, Manisha. So we have been anticipating this move since early start of the year, and if you could possibly see, there is still a disparity in the market. But if you make a costing sheet, and if you see a landing cost when you import the silver into the Indian market, we already touched the 100K mark, and we're still at a disparity here at this prices at these levels. Once you see this disparity gone, we would see this 100K prices maybe next couple of weeks. We could see these prices coming into the play.
All right. Chirag, when you say disparity, would you mean that since the volatility is very high, there are basically no buyers in the market right now, is the reason that the Indian markets are selling at a discount? So what is that discount really?
So as of now, it is at 4,000 rupees of a discount per kg. And if you see, we are already at 95, 96,000. We already touched in MCX of the exchange. But if you see, if I go today in the market and say I need to buy this metal at a discount of this rate, it is highly impossible to get any kind of a quantity at this discounted rate. It is just that the quote is of a discount, but when you actually go on the ground market and try to buy at those levels, you're not going to get hands on this physical metal at these levels.
And what is the reason for that, Chirag? Because if you look at the imports, we've seen a decent number of imports happen in the first 4 months of this year.
So first quarter we see a very larger import coming in. We are trading at $23, $25. I think Indian prices moved very sharply on the upside. At the same time, India was able to procure that metal what they required for their next 3 months, 4 months, whether it be investor, whether it be industrial makers of the silver. And also, if you see the silver manufacturers, they're already sitting on their stock, right? So on the first quarter, we imported a very nice numbers. At the same time, as we see a sharp move upside, we are unable to see those import numbers at the current month and the last month as well.
Chirag, what is the sense in the buying right now? Going forward, it's going to be wedding season very soon. It's going to be the festival season. Do you see people coming out and buying at these levels? And if yes, then in what form? Because silver ETF is something that also seems to be getting bought at a stronger number right now. So do you think physical will stand tall as it always has?
I'm sure. See, Manisha ji, there is always a shift in a roller coaster ride of a silver physical demand. If you see last 2 years, we have obviously observed and seen that there is 2 months of time when there is a huge buying of physical demand. At the same time, if you talk about the ETFs, there's a lot of perception wherein equity investors have shifted their some of their allocation portfolio towards the ETF. We have seen growing ETF AUMs drastically from last 6 months, and we keep seeing that. At the same time, I don't see any lockback in the physical demand down the line coming in the season as well. If the prices are sustained at the same levels, at the same time, if it corrects, I'm sure there'll be huge buying coming in, and that will be the opportunity for an investor or a stockholder as a manufacturer as well. It will be the right time for them to come in at that levels when it gets corrected, and then obviously we will be seeing these prices going back up again.
Chirag, while of course physical silver, as you said, will continue to be stronger, silver ETF seems to be picking up. Digital silver seems to be doing well. So would you say investors really have avenues, more than one now, to own silver?
Being when we compare ETF and digital silver, so ETF, there are some points wherein you can't exit after 3:30 when the market closes. But when you talk about the digital platforms who's offering silver on the digital format, they can buy, lock the prices, they can sell the prices 24/7. At the same time, even if they want a physical delivery of a small grammage, starting from 1 gram to 100, 1,000 grams, it's easier for them to do so. So I believe on our platform, always we have seen that there's a more millennials coming into the picture. They are buying the silvers in a very small manner, in the manner of SIP as well. There's a lot of buying we have seen. At the same time, we have also seen a physical delivery of silver. So I think there is going to be a very big penetration into the market wherein a new small investor is coming in doing SIP as it has been done in the equity markets, in the mutual funds. And I think that is the right way of doing it, wherein you can lock the prices of this big movement which is happening into the market. And at every price, at every moment, you can lock your price.
So, Chirag, what is the smallest amount that people do buy silver with? I mean, I do understand when the gold, digital gold came in, 100 rupees is something that people were buying it as. So, tokenization in that sense has really done wonders. So, when it comes to silver, what is the lowest ticket size here? That's part one of my question. And part two is, now where do you see the silver prices headed?
All right. So lowest ticket size is as low as 100 rupees, and
Okay.
it has been in the multiple of 100 rupees. And we also seen major HNI clients also coming in and holding the silver metal, as in the format of the silver. Let's say if you want to buy a 30 kg bar from the market, so tough for an investor to maintain that 30 kg bar, keep it in their house, keep it in the locker. So they are preferring to have it when they are having a bigger exposure on the silver market, on the silver prices, in the silver weightage. They prefer to buy it digitally. This is the answer to your first questions. Coming to the prices, we have seen a roller coaster rides since the last 2 days. We have seen touching 32.75, coming back to 31, right now trading at around 31.65. But I think now it will be a consolidation mode, because we don't see as soon as we don't see the metal going above the 32 half, 32.75 range. And I think it will correct till 30 half will be a right level to come in to a play to buy. But higher side, if there is a favoring data coming out of the US market, wherein the CPI data actually moved the gold and silver prices higher last week. So
Sure.
we'll be seeing some data coming this week as well. If that is favoring to the precious metal markets, I'm sure it is still not at a overbought situation, but we could see those prices to go till it is a overbought situation, and then we can see a correction from there.
All right. So on the screens, we've done 95,000 rupees a kilo for silver. But in the physical markets, add the duty and the GST to it, lakh rupees a kilo is already a price that has been traded on. But as Chirag says, some profit taking from here could come in and people will start buying once the price is stabilized going forward from here. Chirag, as always, thank you so much for joining us. And with that, it's a wrap on Halftime Report. But Business Lunch will take all the action forward.